Rhymes, RJ the Poet, you already know it. And I hope y'all having a wonderful day, blessed, grateful, and thankful to see it, making this day yo bitch, beautifully insightful, then changing history. We're back at it again with day 3 on this life journey of self-development and introducing a method to people that they may have already been introduced to before, but I'm just placing a label or title on it now, called mirror work. And so as I was talking to different people or discussing this method and this process with people, I noticed that a lot of people have heard of this before, not necessarily the word mirror work itself, but just the technique of looking yourself in the mirror and affirming yourself with different affirmations. They just didn't know that it was called mirror work, which I think is cool, because I noticed that a lot of therapists that I've spoken to, because I've had a therapist myself, the therapist that I had shared with me this process but didn't tell me that it was called mirror work. So I figured that a lot of therapists, when they introduce this method to people, they may know or they may not know, I don't really know, but they introduce this method of self-work through looking yourself in the mirror and affirming yourself with different affirmations, but probably didn't know that the name of it was called mirror work, or where it was derived from, that by Louise Hay herself, a woman, an inspirational teacher who passed in 2017, who believed that you can heal yourself through self-work. And so and that the root of all diseases are dis-ease, if that makes sense. So Louise Hay believed that to heal yourself, it started with self-work, and to get to the root of it all is to understand and know where your dis-ease is at. And so we're back at it again for day 3. For those who haven't seen episode 2 or episode 1, I'm calling them episodes, but who cares, right? But if you've already seen those 2, then that's great. But I'm gonna just go ahead and just run through the principles, the method of what mirror work is, the principles of that, the steps of it, and then I'm gonna introduce you guys to another 5 affirmations for today that resonated with me as I was writing and doing some reading this morning, and I want to share that with y'all. So if any of them resonate with you in any way, shape, fashion, or form, feel free to take them. You feel me? I'm not holding none of these affirmations hostage, saying that they all mine, you can't have them, none of that. You feel me? Take them for yourself, apply them to your life, and utilize them. You feel me? Because I feel like we're all on this same journey through life, and in that journey, within this journey, we all need to heal. We are all going through it. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into this method again. Mirror work is a method originally developed by the inspirational teacher Louise Hay, and it is a way of getting in touch with the inner self. The primary purpose of mirror work is to develop self-love, self-care, and a more meaningful relationship with yourself as well as others. What's up with everybody? I see y'all popping in. You feel me? I'm gonna wave at all y'all. And so that's the primary purpose of mirror work, is to develop self-love, self-care, and a more meaningful relationship with yourself and others. And again, it was developed by an inspirational teacher by the name of Louise Hay. A lot of therapists use this method, but they don't title it or label it as mirror work. So if you've had a therapist or a counselor or anything like that, and they've told you to look yourself in the mirror and affirm yourself of different things, this is basically where this is derived from. This work right here, mirror work, self-work. So the principles of this. One second. The principles of this is to use the affirmations that feel authentic to you. It's important to use affirmations phrased in a positive way, and you want to use these affirmations that are authentic to you, because that's the only way you're gonna really feel it. You may not feel any of the affirmations that I share with you today, or you might feel one of them or 2 of them. But the premise and the goal of it is to utilize affirmations that are very much authentic for you. That's the only way you're going to experience the growth and the healing that you need. So that's the first principle. Second principle is to dedicate at least 5 minutes a day. Look yourself in the mirror. Look yourself eye to eye in the mirror every single day for at least 5 minutes a day, and commit yourself to it at any time of the day. 5 minutes a day. It's not that hard, I promise you. Or it's not that long, I'll say that. It can be challenging, don't get me wrong. This can be challenging, but it is definitely not gonna be that long if you just set your timer and for 5 minutes and just look yourself in the eye and just share the affirmations that are authentic to you. third principle is to do mirror work in private so that you aren't disturbed or feel the need to have your guard up. A lot of us have our guards up when we're in different settings with different groups of people, around even our family. So that is the whole point of doing this, is to do it in private by yourself, where you can just ultimately just be you. Drop all the guard, drop all the layers, and just be you. You feel me? I did mine this morning. That's what's up, CC. I see you. That's popping. Do this work in private, because that's the only way you're gonna really notice, really experience, like I said, the growth and the healing that you need. Fourth principle is to understand that it is okay to feel emotional. Let yourself feel whatever comes up. It's important to notice, because as you go through this journey, you're gonna probably feel different ways. You feel me? Some days you might feel silly just doing it, looking yourself in the mirror and sharing these affirmations. Some days you might be a little bit upset. You might feel some type of resentment within yourself, because you probably feel like, damn, I should have been doing this. Or you probably feel a certain way because of an experience that you had with somebody else that made you feel like, I probably shouldn't have to even do this if it wasn't for this experience that I had with whoever it was that you had that experience with, family, loved one, colleague, whoever. But the point is to be okay with allowing yourself to feel however it is that you're going to feel. And that's perfectly fine. That's the fourth principle. Fifth principle is to keep a journal. As I always say, you feel me? You are the author of your life story, and it's important to journal any and everything that is notable within your experience throughout this journey. Not just in this journey, but your life history, your life experiences, whether you're creative or you're not a creative, you feel me, you just do a 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you do. It's important to document your life and notable experiences throughout your life, because at the end of the day, all we're gonna have before we go are our memories. So when you document this stuff, it's important to have that to refer to when you decide to retire from doing all the work that you've been doing throughout your lifetime, the 30, 40, 50, 60 years of work that you put in. It's important to have those memories, you feel me? Because that's all we're gonna have at the end of the day. And unfortunately, as we get older, for some people who may develop certain diseases or certain conditions and stuff like that, Alzheimer's, so dementia, stuff like that, you tend to forget things, you feel me? Even if you don't have those diseases or those conditions, we still tend to forget things. But when you document it, it's a beautiful thing when you're able to go back to your journal or go back to your notebook and then look at the growth that you've had from past experiences that you've been through. So that's the fifth principle. Keep a journal where you can record any notable experiences. And so next is the steps. We've been through this before, like I said in the last 2 episodes, but we're going to go through it again. And the first step is to commit yourself. It's important to really commit yourself to doing this. It's very much important to commit yourself to doing this, because this work is for you. Self-work is the best work. The best work that you're going to ever put in your life is on yourself. The best love is self-love. I see y'all chiming in. What's popping? And so self-work is the best work. And it's important to commit yourself to any type of work that you do. A lot of us, we commit ourselves to doing 9 to 5 jobs, or commit ourselves to doing other things for other people long before we even commit to doing things for ourselves. So I feel like this is a very important thing to note, that you want to commit yourself to yourself. Second step is to think about the best time that works for you. What's popping, my guy? Next step for this is to commit yourself. First step is to commit yourself. Second step is to think about the best time that works for you. If it's the morning time, that's perfect. If it's the afternoon, that's perfect. If it's the evening, that's perfect. Whatever works best for you is the best time for you. Just the only thing that I would say is commit yourself and be disciplined and consistent with that time. So if you're going to do it in the morning, stay consistent in the morning. You don't have to do it every single time at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. or something like that. But just as long as it's within that morning time, so that way you maintain a certain consistency with yourself, you'll develop that routine just as if you would when you wake up, brush your teeth, wash your face. I hope y'all wake up, brush your teeth, wash your face. You feel me? And then you maintain that routine to do what you do. So that's the second step. Third step is to choose or create your own affirmation. It's important that like I said before, if you don't like any of the affirmations that I share, if none of them resonate with you, it's important to create and choose one of the ones that I share with you, or create your own, or do a combination of both. You may want to tweak any of the ones that I share with you, and that's cool too. Whatever makes it authentic for you at the end of the day. So that's the third step. Choose or create your own affirmation. Fourth step is to repeat your affirmation with feeling. Repeat it over and over again. I say at least 10 times, but you want to repeat that affirmation several times throughout the 5-minute span that you're dedicating yourself to, this time that you're spending. And be sincere with yourself. Be sincere, look yourself in the eye. I know that this can be challenging for people, as I mentioned before, because a lot of us, when we have conversations, point blank period, you may not even notice this, but you're probably not making eye contact with anybody that you're talking to. You're probably looking off to the side. You're probably having a conversation with somebody, and you are having a conversation with this person, but you're not looking them in their eyes. And so it's important to look yourself in the eye, because it starts with you. Have that eye contact. And I'm gonna answer this question right after I share this fifth step. Embrace any emotions that arise. It's okay to feel upset. It's okay to feel however it is that you're gonna feel. If you want to cry, go ahead and cry. Let it out. You feel me? If you're gonna be mad, just take that moment to be be mad. You feel me? It's okay to feel how you're gonna feel. There's nothing wrong with that. Just embrace the feeling that you do feel. If you feel silly, embrace that too. You feel me? But also document that as well. And a side note that I like to share for this is for my fellas, especially. Again, we are conditioned to view being stoic as a way of being the highest level or highest measure of manliness, when in actuality, you are being emotionally distant, if not repressing the emotions that you have. So I want to share with my fellas, especially, to just allow yourself to feel what it is that you're gonna feel. You know, like I said, if you feel awkward, or you feel a little discomfort, or you feel like this is not working for you, or whatever the case is, that's perfectly fine. Just stay consistent with it, and then eventually you will notice a change, because you probably not doing some of the things that I'm sharing already. Making eye contact with yourself, saying affirmations to yourself, because you probably haven't been conditioned with the affirmations of knowing that you are the great person that you are. Guys and girls, you feel me? But I'm saying it more so for my fellas, because we tend to repress the feelings that we have, and we tend, as a result, that becomes an issue within our relationships that we have with family, relatives, intimate relationships that we have with people, where we become emotionally distant. And so that's the fifth step. Question, how was doing this work helped you so far in your journey? How has this helped me? Man, I've gotten to a point to where I can share it. Because for a while, like I said, on the first episode, I didn't think that I was going to even share this. I didn't even think about sharing this at all, because I was just like, damn, like I probably would sound silly, or, how is this going to come off to anybody? Is this even going to be received well, or how will this be received? I was so concerned about the abstract things that didn't matter at all. But as far as how this has helped me, it has definitely built up my confidence. It has definitely raised my self-esteem level, for sure. And I've been able to combat my anxiety on a whole nother level. Being able to confidently do things and step in my purpose, as far as like my writing has gone, handling things at work, asking for things that I really want. Even if I do get told no, you feel me? It's all good. It's just the fact that I'm actually in the space where I can confidently ask for the things that I want and not be afraid to do that. So in this journey of doing this work, it has definitely built up my courage, built up my confidence and self-esteem to be able to go after the things that I want and the things that I feel as though that I deserve. And so I hope that answered your question. And so with that being said, today, these are going to be the 5 affirmations I'm going to share with y'all. I'm going to share with y'all why they resonated with me. And if any of them resonate with you, by all means, like I said, take them for yourself and apply them. You feel me? And share them with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror throughout the day. If you're at work, you feel me? You want to look in your phone, look at yourself in the camera or whatever, and say it a couple times to yourself. That might seem awkward to you or to people outside of this or whatever the case is that's not doing this type of work, but you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing it for. So don't be afraid to do it. Or you can just sit in your car, you feel me, right before you drive off from work or whatever the case is, and look yourself in the rearview mirror and just say any of the affirmations, or look yourself when you're doing your makeup or whatever and just say affirmations to yourself, ladies. Fellas, look yourself in the mirror and just say the affirmations to yourself. So these are the 5 affirmations I'm going to share with y'all for today. And the first one is, I always got to have one about healing because I feel like that's just what we're going to do and continue to do as we embark on this journey. But I facilitate healing in everything that I do. I facilitate healing in everything that I do. Healing. I facilitate that in everything that I do. That's from this work that I'm doing right here, sharing this with you. That's from the work that I put in as being an EMT when I'm out there caring for patients out here in the field. That's from me walking and interacting with my family and my friends. That is facilitating healing in everything that I do, from me going out to go work out with myself, mind, body, spirit, everything that I do. Because you need it. You feel me? When you work out, you feel good after you work out. When you read a book and you going through some information that you learn and you excited to share with somebody, you feel good about that. You feel me? When you learning something or you reading through your Bible and you feel like God has done some work for you or whatever, which I feel like God is always doing some work for you. You just got to acknowledge it. You feel good about that when you show gratitude. You feel good when you're able to acknowledge that. And so in that, you're facilitating healing in everything that you're doing. So that's the first affirmation for today. I facilitate healing in everything that I do. Second one, I am the thermostat. I remain in control of myself at all times. Now, this one could be a little tricky for some of y'all because y'all may not get it. You feel me? But for those who do, a thermostat, you feel me? We know it get hot, it get cold. We even use reference words when we are describing emotions that we feel. Oh, I was hot about that. That's a way of saying you was pissed or something like that. I was hot. Or I'm just chilling. You feel me? I'm cooling right now. Ain't nothing going on. You feel me? I'm good. Those are descriptions of you being a thermostat. And in that, while you're sharing those different levels of emotions that you have, those are different temperature levels. You feel me? And by you being the thermostat and remaining control of yourself at all times, you understand that you have the power to choose how you react to different things going on within your environment. That's why it's important to remain in control of yourself and not be reactive to things that's going on. It's important to stay proactive, remain in control of yourself, because that's all you can really do. You can't control your environment. You can't control nobody around you. All you can do is control yourself. That's why I like this affirmation. I am the thermostat. I remain in control of myself at all times. Third one. And I like this affirmation. I like all of them, of course, but I like this one especially because when I was writing this one down, I was thinking about, or before I wrote it, or as I was coming up with this affirmation, I was thinking about a lot of different marginalized groups of people and how we didn't ask to be here, but yet we are here. You know what I'm saying? We are here. We didn't ask to be here. None of us asked to be born or anything like that. But that doesn't make me more deserving of being here than the next person that is here. And so with this affirmation, I have all is allowed to exist just as I am existing. All is allowed to exist just as I am existing. So that can be, like I said, different marginalized groups of people that I was thinking about. I was thinking about the animals. I was thinking about trees. I was thinking about a number of different things when I was writing about this. But specifically what sparked the idea for me to write this was thinking about different marginalized groups of people, the elderly, disabled people, LGBT community, stuff like that or whatever. I was thinking about a number of different marginalized groups of people, us blacks, you feel me, as well. And so I was thinking about a lot of different marginalized groups when I said this or when I was writing this, and I just wanted to share that. And I hope that kind of resonates with anybody that feels the same way at all when it comes to being allowed to exist just as you are existing. You are no greater than the next person with respect to, you're no more deserving to be here than the next person because none of us asked to be here. And that's the premise that I'm coming from when I share that. Not saying that you're not here to be great, because all of us, I feel like we all have the ability and the purpose of being great in everything that we do. I'm just saying that you deserve to be here just like the next person deserves to be here, purely because of the fact that none of us asked to be here. So, third affirmation, all is allowed to exist just as I am existing. All of us are allowed to exist just as I am existing. Fourth one, I am blessed and I am a blessing. I am blessed and I am a blessing. I am blessed and I am a blessing. I feel like this should go without saying. When you show gratitude, acknowledging the things that's going on in your life from the moment that you wake up, that you are allowed to wake up, from the moment that you have a conscious mind to be able to even think about the fact that you woke up, the memories that you may have of yesterday, the memories and the plans that you may have for today, the things that you have in mind for tomorrow. That's showing gratitude. You're of a sound body and mind. You have your fingers, you got eyes to see, you can hear me sharing what I'm sharing with you right now. That's a beautiful thing. You are blessed. And you are a blessing because somebody needs you. Somebody needs you out here. You need yourself. But just as much as you need yourself, somebody needs you to continue to do the things that you're doing. That's why you're a blessing. They're inspired by you. They're inspired by the things that you do. You're a blessing and you are blessed. I am blessed and I am a blessing. And the fifth one I'm going to share with y'all is I am overflowing with joy and peace. I am overflowing with joy and peace. If y'all can't tell, as I've been sharing this entire time, I am happy. I am overflowing with joy and peace. A peace of mind, a peace of knowing that all is going to be well. Everything is just fine. Everything is happening the way that it's supposed to happen because everything is just how God orchestrated it. The universe orchestrated it. It's going to happen the way it's going to happen. I just got to do my part. You feel me? To make sure the things that I do want to occur in the way that I want it to occur go as smoothly as possible. You know, it may not happen exactly the way I want in the time span that I want, but that plays back into an affirmation that I shared, I believe, a day or two ago. Y'all got to visit that Instagram TV to see what I was talking about with respect to that. But I'm overflowing with joy and peace because I know that I'm a blessing. I know that I'm here with a purpose. I'm out here doing what it is that I need to be doing, and I'm out here fulfilling my purpose. And when you feel that, when you know that, when you stand in that, you don't have no worries. It brings a certain peace to your mind and your body, your spirit, when you know that you are at peace with yourself and you're not fighting off demons on a regular. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. Like I said, this is a process. You feel me? You're going to find some challenges during this process, but as you get through it, and you will get through it, stay consistent. You will get through it. As you get through it, you're going to find you're going to find more peace of mind, and it's going to make you more happy. It's going to be an overflow of joy. You're going to be happy. So that being said, just a quick recap, reset. I shared with y'all today the method of mirror work, who it came from, the inspirational teacher Louise Hay. She passed in 2017 at the age of 90 in her sleep, which is a very peaceful way of going, in my opinion. I shared the principles of what mirror work is, the steps, 5 steps of how to go about doing mirror work, and then I shared my 5 affirmations for today. I facilitate healing in everything that I do. I am the thermostat. I remain in control of myself at all times. All is allowed to exist just as I am existing. I am blessed and I am a blessing. And the last one, I am overflowing with joy and peace. I hope any and all of these may have resonated with you and they did something for you. And I hope that this live did something for you as well. I want you to have a beautiful day. Stay blessed. Stay encouraged. Stay motivated. Stay inspired. Know that you're here for a purpose. And I want you to have a great day. Continue to make it your bitch. That's an acronym for beautifully insightful than changing history, especially on this Black History Month. I want y'all to have a great day. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 100. Oh, yeah, and leave me some feedback. Please let me know how I can improve on this in any way, or if this done something for you in any way, shape, fashion, or form. I greatly appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much for y'all time, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one.